Hey everybody, how we doing? I was contemplating not filming the opening of this commander deck, but I'll admit I didn't look at the whole deck list myself, and I kind of want to look at the art and all that. And frankly, I have a channel, so if I'm going to look at that stuff and open it up, like I might as well film it. And I started to film, and I went on about a 6-minute rant. So I deleted it because I'm like, that was a bit much. That was a bit out of. I was getting a little out of pocket there. So I'm just going to go into the kind of like the cliff notes of this scenario. I don't feel like the Magic community has any right to be mad about this deck selling out. I think that is a toxic mindset. Being mad about that is a toxic mindset. It did not sell out immediately. It sold out in 6 hours. If you did not get one, it means you did not make it important to get one. Okay, but let me be 100% clear. It's exactly what happened. There might be a few individuals out there in the world that did have other things going on in which they just truly couldn't. But I will tell you, that's the grand minority, not the majority of the people out there who got shut out and yet said they wanted one. The majority is you didn't make it important. In limited release things across the world, okay, 6 hours is like a lifetime of being able to go get it. Have you tried getting concert tickets to a moderately popular act or higher? Okay, I've saw plenty of people like, bots bought it all up. Folks, if something lasts 6 hours, bots didn't do squat. Okay, let me just state that for the record. Might bots have bought some? Sure. But if it lasted 6 hours, bots weren't the problem, folks. You have to have something be collectible in Magic the Gathering. It's a collectible card game. And while I usually find myself siding on the side of the player less than the collector at times, this is an area where I have to kind of pause and be like, guys, you can put this deck together without buying it. Yeah, the art is really cool. That's why I ended up picking one up. But you can put this deck together just fine. In fact, a lot of you probably own a lot of the cards that already go in here. So it means it won't even cost you $150 to put this deck together. So what exactly is the problem? Or do you just want to be mad to be mad? And being mad to be mad is why I said it's toxic. Being mad just to be mad about something is a toxic relationship with a game. If you find yourself in that position, and let me be clear, I was in that position when Innistrad released. I was fully in that position. So I actually know exactly how it feels. I was mad at everything Magic the Gathering, and I kind of threw up my hands one day and I said, why am I bothering with this stupid game that I've grown to hate? And I left it cold turkey for more than a decade. Because I kind of left at the end of the Time Spiral block, took some time off because I was already kind of feeling it, came back in Innistrad block, and I was just like, F this game. And then I came back, and I've been super happy, primarily because Commander exists, to be honest with you. Metas still bother me to this very day, and Commander doesn't really have a meta outside of CEDH. So I love that. You can do whatever random jank you want. It's fun. It's more fun. I'm not here for the competitive aspect of the game, I guess. I'm not here to win tournaments. I'm here to have fun. Good old-fashioned Rick and Morty adventure fun, right? But if you have that relationship with Magic the Gathering, take a freaking break. If you're going to get so mad that you missed out on a Commander deck, you had 6 hours to buy, but you're mad because it's sold out, reevaluate what's important to you. All right, that's actually the cleaner version of the rant. Let's open this thing. Actually, I have to admit, I considered leaving it closed because, again, I have no interest in. I'm not actually going to build this deck. I may use parts from it though. So, but actually, I also don't own I don't have a Naya deck, so there is that, and nobody has a Rin Siri deck that I play against. So I might. I don't know. Either way, I have it, so I can, and I already have things I can easily upgrade it with without even going outside and having to order cards for it. So I'm in pretty good shape if I decide just to do something with this. But I did kind of want it, and again, when it was available an hour and a half later, at that point I'm like, yeah, okay. I only bought one. Admittedly, at the moment, I did say to myself, I'm like, you should really buy 2, you know. This deck is, in fact, a good purchase. You should buy 2. And then I was like, nah, just 1's fine. These boxes are nice. I know it's just cheap cardboard, but I've said it before in prior videos. I am a sucker for marketing. And that's cool marketing. Okay. Does this have a pull tab? Kind of. So, the cats and dogs. So I know that a lot of people probably turned off the video after my little 4-minute rant there. And I get it. But I feel like I had to say something. Oh, yeah, that's right. We'll look at those next. I usually just separate out the lands because they're just lands, but not in this case. So we got Rin and Siri, and of course it is flippable. Oh, this is okay, so this is the thick stock ones to start. We got Jetmir, thick stock, Ginny Fey, thick stock, and then you get into the actuals, which I am going to double sleeve these in case these have normal Secret Lair problems, which they might not because they are the double side printing. That's a good question. They probably won't, will they? That's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, in classic Wizards foil fashion, though, it is. This should have been how dark it is. This is how dark it is after the foiling. So it is a little washed out. Oh, yeah, that's super washed out. Okay. Huh. That's. I have decent lighting here. That's super, super washed out. Oh, yeah. The art is still awesome, though. Even outside of me talking about the washed out. It's unquestionably really cool looking. Ginny Fey. She's a monster. And then he used Jetmir to finish the game. Oh, so this one's not as washed out. Yeah, that one's not as bad. Huh. The Jetmir is bad. Interesting. I have copies of Jetmir. Honestly, I just might sell that one off. Yeah, that's a big one, right? Anointed procession. So was it dogs on the front, cats on the back? Is that what they did here? It is, in fact, what they did. I had not seen the back yet. Look, I'm both a dog and a cat person. I'm not necessarily a one or the other human being. I've had more cats in my life than dogs, but I love dogs, so there's that. Right now I have no pet, so there's that. Probably my inconsistent life doesn't really work for it. This soul ring's expensive, isn't it? I can see this being a super expensive soul ring. I haven't even looked. Oh yeah. A little Shiba Inu on the back. Oh yeah, it's super expensive. I don't know all the cat breeds. So, what do you have actually in the deck is the real question. Nope. I wonder why they always do that. Like some lands mixed in with the other cards, and then they do more lands. I don't know why they do it. They do it in the precons too. So Alms Collector, I mean, it's just going to be cats and dogs, right? Dusk Till Dawn. Felidar Retreat, because it is Naya after all. High Cliff Felidar. What are you? You're from one of the game night things, right? Oh, interesting. Kind of expensive, but it's Naya. You can get it out. Jazal, yeah. Is that a theoretical mythic in this product? I don't understand. I don't get that, right? Which is all Goldmoon was reprinted at Mythic. No, it wasn't. They can slash whatever symbol they want on there. It's only one per deck. Lion Sash, because Equipment Cat. Loyal Warhound, yep. Pack Leader, yep. Regal Caracal. There's that one YouTube channel where like they own a Caracal. It's like the meanest thing in the world to them. It's interesting. It's like every single video is just a thing super mean to them. But they get views and money, so I guess that's why they do it. Sky Hunter Strike Force. Yeah, it's a cat knight, isn't it? Forgot that is, because that's what the Leonin Sky Hunters are. Stalking Leonin. Cassia's Welcome feels about right in this deck to keep drawing cards. Cursed Mirish is one of them good reprints. Such a good card. I underplay this card. I should always... Well, I kind of underplay red, but to be fair, red is my least played color. Feline Sovereign, who is a total jerk card. Hungry Lynx, what are you? Protections from rats. Okay. You get to, okay, so you give them rats, and then whenever those rats die, but the rat token has Death Touch. Fascinating. But you got protection from rats. That seems like kind of a fun group card. Now this was a big reprint. It was a bit of a hadn't been reprinted in a long time type reprint, but this was a good addition to the value of the product. Yeah, Realm Walker. Okay, Wild Speaker. Kit Kento. Yeah. Oh, Reese. Oh, yeah. That reminds me. I was all about, and I was reminding myself, you need to go buy a Rabos. You need to buy a few of the Rabos. Rabo's going to be an auto inclusion in this deck in the 99. You need to buy a Rabos. I forgot to buy a Rabos. I just got caught up with life and never bought them. And then the freaking card shot up to $50, $60, wherever it's at this very moment. Sometimes I should write things down. Fabine, whatever. Showdown of the Scalds. Okay. Whatever. Basilisk Collar. Maskwood Nexus. Vanquisher's Banner. We were commenting about this in the Discord. Why is it like they'll print Vanquisher's Banner all day long, but they won't even touch coat of arms? Animal Sanctuary. It feels like an auto inclusion, and Canopy Vista, because I'm assuming they didn't go crazy with the lands, but Cliff Chopper Retreat's not bad. Okay, the check lands. Hey, Jetmir's Garden. So I assuming this won't be $20+ anymore. Well, I shouldn't say that. I have a feeling most people are going to, except for the people that bought extras to sell them, a lot of people that bought these are going to keep this deck. So it may not have added that many copies back into the market. Burmaz, that's a good reprint. Didn't know that was in here, but that makes sense. See, again, it was a $150 deck, right? So you got to have some stuff worth its salt beyond just some special arts. Cast Out, Crib Swap, King of the Pride, yep, all stuff that makes sense. Mirror Entity. Set's Tiger, I was around this time, but I don't remember you. Okay. So flash, and then you can give yourself protection. That's actually not bad. Spirited Companion, Best Doggo. White Sun Zenith. Okay. Make some cats. White Mane Lion. Impact Tremors. That feels like an auto include in this. Yeah, that makes sense. Torian Mauler, because it's Changeling. Mm-hmm. Why the hell's Warp World in here? I guess it is. If things are not going in your favor, I guess you slap this sucker out there, huh? Beastmaster's Ascension. Yeah, that should be in here. That makes sense. Cultivate. Farseek. Greater Tanuki. It is a dog, isn't it? Keeper of Fables. This is a pretty heavy cat deck, but then again, they haven't really released that many actually great dog cards. Lurking Predators. Another good one. Okay. Mass Vandal for another Shapeshifter. The War Pride. Nature's Lore. Yep. Timber Sabertooth. Yep. Makes sense. 3 visits. Another. That actually could use another reprint. That's cool. Fleetfoot Panther. Oh. Okay. You're a Changeling? Yeah, you're a Changeling. Herald's Horn, because why not? Yeah, but it doesn't make cats. I guess with Ginny Faye you can turn them, but still. I guess it doesn't really matter when you, or Jetmir doesn't really care what the type of creature is as long as it's a creature. Skull Clamp, yep. Get your card draw. Get some lands, Rootbound Crag, Sun. I like the fact that they did the older version of these. That's cool. The M10 reprint. So, how are these doing out there? These are flippable. Nope, they're not. How many do you get? 3, 4, 5? Wow. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on a second, Wizards. Give me a darn minute here. Give me a moment here. Let me get this straight. I think a lot of you out there know what I'm about to say. Yeah. Oh, that's adorable. Is he holding a knife? Okay. These are great. All right, and you get 2 of those. All right, and then normal tokens. And cat dog? Yeah, cat dog. Cat dog with written. No, that's not written theory. Oh, so they added. So they did kind of special reprintings here. So they did Amen Cat Kitty Cat with Nuka Penna Doggo. Oh, and the secret cards. Yeah. So 9 lives. Okay. I don't know how relevant that'll be in this deck when this deck likes to go hard, but makes sense for the deck type, right? And the goodest boy, Yoshimaru, with the what's her name again? The Wandering Emperor, the Eternal Wanderer, or whatever her name is now. Whatever, doesn't matter. That's adorable. Okay, it's probably gonna be kind of expensive. So, now a secondary rant, just to finish the video. There are people out there who actually like my rants and wish I would do it more. But, you know, I don't want to be a negative channel, right? That's a whole nother rant I could go into, is the sheer negativity of the MTG YouTube community out there. And I don't really want to be one of them. There are things to not like, sure. I don't want to be negative all the time. I hate that. There's enough things in this world to be negative about outside of Magic the Gathering, okay? Just state that for the record. But, Wizards, I appreciate that you gave us a whole bunch of these. I do. That's awesome. Admittedly, even without you giving us... Oh, God, I know I'm going to give them a bad idea here, and people are going to say that, but I'm thinking from a consumer perspective right now. Instead of a business perspective. This deck was pretty good for the value. I think we all know that, right? We all get that. This was not an overpriced deck. The Angel deck kind of was, except then a bunch of those awesome treatments kind of went to the moon. So then now it's not, right? But it kind of was a little bit. It was a little overpriced. The flip card one, the one that did that one's super overpriced. That one, I didn't even buy that one. I was like, no. That deck doesn't even look like it even plays well. Looks like it's a joke deck. And of course, the heads and tails deck looked like everything worked properly, and that was also a cheaper deck to begin with, so it was kind of in line. But Wizards, you're always charging us like $40 for like 5 exclusive art lands. Like, why can't you do this? It doesn't cost you that much more. You did it here. Why can't you do it then? Are these all Lena Danner? They are. Doggo Mountain. Kitty Cat Forest. Cats and dogs, of course, because, you know, you got to equal time it. Yeah, so you gave us a ton of these lands. That's great, but, like, you can't do that with your regular Secret Lair. At least maybe give us, like, 5 of each. But you did it here? You know what? As I'm sitting here thinking about this, I think I know why they kind of can't. Because they switched over to doing those stupid envelopes. And it would be hard to stuff 15 of those in there and actually keep them in good condition in those envelopes. Whereas here they did the box. So in the box, you can still do that. And that's okay. And it works. And your cards are very unlikely to get damaged. But in those stupid envelopes that they do now, you kind of can't really stuff 15, 20 cards in there, can you? Oh, God. That's why they don't even consider doing it. And they probably sell to an extent, so what's the financial reason for them to do it? Just a little bit of a thing there that as I open this, I'm like, I thought you got like 1 of each. No, you got a ton of them. Fascinating. Looks like you got more planes than anything else, though. Yeah. Hey, give me more mountains. I want more doggo mountains. Minor complaints. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Try not to get too negative about the things, right? Magic the Gathering is supposed to be something you enjoy doing. If you are not enjoying it anymore, take a break. If you're a channel and you're constantly negative about everything, and are you doing it just for the views? In which case, I guess, carry on, King. But if you're not, and you're not just doing it for the views, take a breather. Not everything's death and not everything is great. And that's usually how life goes. Not everything's perfect. Not everything's awful. There can be some things you don't like. It's all right. It's okay. But enjoy the things then you do like. That's okay too. It's okay to like something. I kind of liked this deck. I ended up buying it even though I kind of had no intention of building it. The Angels one I built. That's why I bought that one. Because I was like, you know what? I don't have a mono white deck. And I don't have a Naya deck either, but I don't have a mono white deck, and I can totally see myself building an Angels deck, and this gives me a reason to do it, so I'm going to do it. So, that one made sense from that perspective. This one, I thought it was kind of awesome. I thought it was a really cool Secret Lair, and that's why I'm not at all surprised it sold out. Because if I thought it was awesome, that means there's plenty of other people that were in the same exact boat. Which then goes back right to the beginning. Folks, if you want the cards, make it a point to order the cards. If you think everything's going to hold out forever, when they very clearly was a limited release because they already printed them, which is why they got them out the door, so there was a finite number of them that can be purchased, well, that's on you. You have nobody else to be mad at but yourself. Now, if you're one of those few people that was in a life situation in which you just truly couldn't, yeah, it sucks. We've all been there. I think most people in life have been there at some point in time, where you simply could not due to other life responsibilities. It happens, right? That's life. Try to keep positive. I think this is going to be a really interesting year in Magic the Gathering. I know I'm super excited for Fallout and probably MH3 because I don't think I have a reason not to be excited for MH3. And I will admit, right now I'm not that excited for the rest of the year. That can change, right? They'll do previews, they'll do all those things, and we'll see where everything goes. But I'm not overly thrilled with what I've already seen. So we'll see where that goes, right? But again, I'm not going to be super negative yet. I got to wait to see what they do. I'm not just going to be one of those people that's going to pop in and be like, this is all a disaster and it's all awful. Blah! You don't know if it is. See what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. Hell, MH3 gets stuck. You don't know. If MH3 sucks, well, then there will be some negative videos by me, too. In addition to everybody else's that will probably take over Magic the Gathering, YouTube, and Twitter. But try to enjoy the things that you enjoy. There are things to enjoy. I know for me, Fallout is the thing that's on my perspective right now that I'm keeping on my radar that I'm super pumped for. And I think everybody else is keep in mind if you are excited for Fallout. I hate to be a talking point copying another channel, but myself and one of my patrons, we were talking about this. Remember how well 40K sold when it first came out? It sold really well, remember? Like Necron decks shot up over $100 really quickly. I think Fallout might do the same thing. I could be very, very wrong, but I have a feeling I won't be. And I think Fallout at first is going to get tough to get, and then they're going to have to do multiple reprintings. So prepare now. If your local game store has a pre-sale going right now, and you really want those decks, you should probably do it. Otherwise, once again, you're going to be super negative that you couldn't buy one on release like you wanted to. And I would not be surprised if that ends up being the case with Fallout. I think I think it is going to take some of the money that people would have otherwise spent on Murders of Karloff Manor, which I know plenty of channels have already been talking about. Appreciate y'all. And I'm not going to repeat myself 500 times. Bye.